Discover the Women in Tech Trailblazers podcast, hosted by Tiffany Benitez and Jordan Franklin. Here, the complexities of being a woman in the tech industry are unraveled through discussions on key issues, personal growth, and how to succeed despite systematic challenges. It's a source of empowerment and inspiration for all women at all stages of their tech careers. We are so excited to be here for the launch of the Women in Tech Trailblazers podcast. So excited. I am Tiffany Benitez. I'm Jordan Franklin. We want to come talk to you about who we are. Yeah, so I'll kick that off. So I'm Jordan. I am the co-founder of a company called Stratus. We're an IT concierge firm, and we just recently launched a company called Gumption, which is an AI ML enabled recruiting enablement platform in order to make sure that we're really hiring on a 3D model versus a 1D model. So that's me on a career side, and on a personal side, I have 3 little ones. They are twin 9-year-olds that obviously are twins, boy, girl, and a 6-year-old, super sassy little girl. And then my husband and I run our organizations together from a tiny little town in Arkansas, population 72. So that's how I grew up. And I'm sure you'll learn a lot about me throughout this podcast. So again, I am Tiffany Benitez. I am career-wise a senior director in IT applications at Tyson Foods. My passion, though, I am the founder and president of Women in Technology of Northwest Arkansas, now a national organization with chapters in Charlotte. Yay, Charlotte. And from a personal perspective, I have a husband and I have 3 children, and I absolutely love connecting with people. People are my thing. I also really love creating spaces for people just to be able, especially women, just to really understand that there's more than what we've been offered, and just to kind of create a place for us to come together and freedom. I grew up in Hawaii, and then spent most of my adult life in North Carolina.
Yeah. So why are we here? That's a great question. Why are you listening to us? Why are we here? What are we going to talk to you about? And I would say, we're here to change status quo, stereotypes, really have that authentic conversation of what's going on in the workplace, what's going on in your day to day, how did you get there, and really understand that on multiple levels.
Yeah, I would say honestly, why we're here and why I personally am here is that I'm just kind of tired of the way that we've always done it. You mentioned status quo, but I think it's super overrated. I'm really over the templates. I'm over the boxes. I'm over the boxes that we have to check and all of the things as women that we're told we're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just want us to come together. I want us to actually talk about all the things that we never talk about. And I just want us to come in. It's not titled Authenticity Unleashed for no reason at all. It's because that's actually what we're here to do. So we're going to come to you as amazing, strong women in tech, and we are actually going to create a different dynamic than what you've seen before. So
Absolutely.
What do you want out of this, Jordan?
Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, Women in Technology of Northwest Arkansas and Gumption at my-gumption.com for their support. Their contributions are critical in bringing these meaningful conversations to you. Stick around for more engaging discussions right after this break. Well, I really want to see that we can drive change, right? Really push women to understand that there's multiple areas within tech that they can change the status quo, like we've already said multiple times, but also that they can take that leap forward. And it's not only coding, right? Like we see everywhere, girls who code, women who code, but there's so much more to tech. Earlier this year, just a little bit about myself. Earlier this year, Tiffany put that I was a technology consultant on a grant application, and I took a screenshot of it. That's a huge thing. Making space at the table for someone else, pulling them up and saying, hey, you actually know more than what you think you know, and I'm recognizing that in you. I really want people to understand how important that is, and I want them to understand that through our podcast and really see how genuine just a little thing like that could be, and how much like that brought me so much joy and still brings me joy. And I could print it out and put it like in my car every morning, I think I probably would. But like those little things maybe meant nothing to you. You were like, this is what she does. But in my world, I've always been quasi tech. And then you said, but you are tech. And I was like, and so I think that's what we've got to do. That's that authentic making space, like you always talk about, and you'll hear us talk about making space for other women to be brought up into technology and really showing them all the facets. Obviously, I come from a very staffing career focused side of things, while Tiffany was her passion. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just really excited. I mean, I know we've talked about several things here, and I know I'm not ever going to stop talking about authenticity, but authenticity creates freedom. So when people are willing to stand up and talk about the things that we aren't supposed to talk about or we never talk about, because let's be real, as women, we sweep a lot of things under the rug, or we kind of just try to keep strong and show up and just pretend like it doesn't matter. But actually, some of that really does matter. And I think it's okay to be vulnerable and transparent. And I just think that we need to start talking about things. And so, obviously, a podcast is here in general for you to hear from people about what it is that is on their mind and what it is that there are experts in the industry that are talking about and thinking about. And so that's what you have to look forward to. We are going to create space. We are going to talk about probably some super uncomfortable things. So if that's your thing, or if you just want the tea, this is your place. But we are just really excited about all to come. We wanted to just jump on here for a few minutes today to talk to you guys about our where we're going, where our hearts are, what our plans are, and we're just super excited for all to come. So stay tuned. We'll be releasing episode 1 soon. Follow.
Well, that's a wrap. Another episode of Women in Tech Trailblazers podcast. Thanks for tuning in and sharing this time with us. If you liked what you heard, please share this episode with your friends in tech. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. Your support helps us keep bringing in inspiring guests and uncovering topics that matter to you. Until next time, keep pushing boundaries and making your mark in the tech world. Goodbye for now.